Welcome back, friends. All right, so people who joined just for today, let me just tell you, this is a second demo session actually. Yesterday, we had some basic discussion about CCNA, Red Hat Server Administration, and Amazon Web Services, the cloud computing. Okay, so today, or from today, I can say we'll majorly focus on our CCNA syllabus only, or CCNA course only, the network administration part. All right. See, the rules are same. If you have any questions and doubts, feel free to send your questions in chat box. See, I'm just saying hello here. I hope everyone can see my message. So just send the message in chat box so that it will be easy for me to address each and every question. We will record every session actually. Yesterday's session was recorded. Today's session is already, recording has started actually. Till the end of our course, each and every session will be recorded. All right. So all the recordings will be shared with you once we finish our course. Day by day, recordings will be shared with you actually. So once we finish our session, within couple of hours, the recording is available for you. Maximum within couple of hours, they will share the recordings with you. All right. Fine. Now let us go and see this CCNA. Cisco is one of the biggest companies across the globe, especially in networking. Actually, this is the biggest company last 4 decades or so. If you go back in 1990s till today, Cisco is indeed the biggest company networking. There are some other companies like Microsoft that is majorly famous for operating systems. Okay, Amazon majorly famous for cloud computing. Okay, VMware, it is famous for virtualization. Red Hat, famous for Linux server operating system. Okay, with Cisco, actually, there is one more company with the name Juniper. That is also quite famous, but in last 30, 40 years, 35 to 40 years, if you see the history, if you see the records, Cisco is indeed the most famous networking company. This is a company actually that manufactures your routers, switches, and firewalls. But friends, beside routers, switches, and firewalls, there are many more devices which Cisco will manufacture actually. Okay, so they manufacture their own routers, switches, and firewalls. With this, they manufacture their own operating system as well. So they develop their own operating system. It's not manufacturing, right? Anyhow, so they manufacture the hardware as well as they design and develop their operating system. This is one of the reasons Cisco is the leading company across the globe for last 40 years. And recently they started their, cloud computing also. They are providing cloud computing also. Recently means, maybe let's say 7, 8 years or 10 years before they started the cloud computing services as well. All right. And in case if you want to get more details about Cisco, just go and say cisco.com there. You can just go to this cisco.com official website, and here you can see each and everything about this particular company. And if I just go to products and services, can you say networking? They are into security also. Computing, that is cloud computing. These are some of the domains which are quite famous across the globe, right? And if I go to networking here, there are many things actually they manufacture. There are many things they provide you, like routers, switches, wireless devices, enterprise networking, and many more things. If I go to routers here, normally whenever we talk about router, we think about the wireless router that we have in our home actually. No, that's not the actual router. This is your actual router. What you see right now on your screen is actually a real router. Okay, the router that we see in our home, we can call it as actually access point. We can only share internet with it. But by using this router, what you see right now on your screen, we can share the internet, we can make the communication with branch office, we can make communication with any other company, as well as we can provide security to our network. Okay, we can provide security to our network actually, friends. So this is what we can do as a network administrator by using this Cisco router. All right. Now, beside routers, let me show you the other devices that are quite famous from Cisco. Let's go to switch. These are your switches. And they look like this. Done. So routers will take approximately 11 to 12 classes, switches will take around, 7 to 8 classes. Okay. And then we have firewall. Firewall is not a separate device in CCNA. We need to take a router and we need to configure a router in such a way that, it acts as a firewall. Router is having the capabilities of firewall. Actually, Cisco offers you security as a different, path. They provide you different certifications and everything. But at CCNA level, they have certain topics included from the security concept. So we just need to learn how to take a router and how to change the router into a firewall. So it will take probably 3 classes, and remaining 7 to 8 classes, it will be there for IP addressing. So overall, we will start with IP addressing concept. That will take around 7 classes. Router will take around, 12 classes. Switch will take around 7 to 8 classes. Switch and some other topics will take around 7 to 8 classes. And firewall will take around 3 classes. So overall, it will take around 35 to 38 days actually for us to complete the CCNA course. All right. Now, let us try to see some very basics of computer network, because CCNA is a course that deals with computer networks, that talks about computer networks, that explains about the computer network. Okay, so what is a computer network here, friends? If you go with the basic definition of a computer network consists of two or more computers and devices that are linked in order to share resources and exchange data. This is what the computer network is all about, my friend. We are connecting multiple devices with each other so that we can exchange our data and share our resources. When I say resource, I'm talking about, let's say, printer or a scanner or a server or any hardware device. And when I talk about data, it is any data. It can be any type of data. It can be, a text file or a email or a message on WhatsApp, or it can be a document. It can be a PDF file. It can be some movie or audio file or animation or graphics or anything. Everything comes under the data category. All right. So what is the major purpose of a network here, friends? The major purpose of the network is to share resources with each other and to exchange data with each other. With ease, we can do all these things, my friend. Done? Now, a computer network can be connected through cables or through wireless technology. I repeat, a computer network can be connected through cables or through wireless technology. Now, if I ask you a question, can you please tell me what you think? Like, how the computer networks are connected with each other. Are they connected by using cables? Or are they connected by using wireless technology? Okay, let me take two scenarios here. One scenario is, let's say there are two computers which are there in same room. Side by side, they are present. So are they connected by using a cable or are they connected by using some wireless media? Okay, in other case, imagine there is a computer here somewhere in, let's say, India, and there is one more computer somewhere in, let's say, Brazil. Now tell me how the computers are connected between India and Brazil. First, go with two computers which are present within a small geographical location. What you think here, friends? How the networks are designed, how the computers are connected within a single building? Will they go with cable or wireless? Remember, chat box is always open. So whenever I ask a question, try to answer everything in chat box. And whenever you have any question, send your question in chat box. In this way, we can make our sessions more interesting. Okay, I got an answer here. Like case one, it is wireless. And case two, it is wire. So I'm expecting the pink color network, you're calling it as case one, and the brown color network, you're calling it as case two. Okay, so if two computers are present within the network, you're saying wireless, but the distance between India and Brazil, it is approximately, let's say, 18,000 kilometers. So do you really think Hyderabad, India branch and Brazil branch can be connected with each other by using wireless technology or cable technology? You said wire here, right? So, okay. So India and Brazil, can they be connected by using cables? 18,000 kilometers, my friend. See, actually, Kunal, you are absolutely right. India and Brazil, India and London, India and Singapore, Singapore and Australia, Australia and Dubai, Dubai and Africa, Africa and somewhere in, let's say, Europe. Every country, every continent, every country, every state, every city, every town, every village is literally connected by using cables. Cables are the best way of making a network. I repeat, cables are the best way of making the networks. They are more secure, they are more reliable, they are much more faster compared to the wireless technology. Wireless technology is very limited, my friend. I repeat, wireless technology is very, very limited. So they will definitely go with cables. So if there are two computers or any number of computers present in a single building, they will go with cables. And if the computers are spread across the globe, multiple cities, countries, and continents, again, they are connected by using cables. Okay, so 98 to 99% cases, our computer networks are connected by using cable. Okay, Krishna says both are connected by using wireless. You know, my friend, wireless is a very limited technology. Maybe in this scenario, you can go with wireless. That's possible. But between India and Brazil, okay, let's take much smaller example. Let's say one branch is there in, let's say, Mumbai. Another branch is there in Pune. You know, the distance between Mumbai and Pune is, let's say, approximately 200 kilometers. So from Mumbai and Pune, they are actually connected by using cable. Mumbai branch and Pune branch are actually connected by using what? They are connected by using cable. Let's say within Mumbai, there are some branches. Let's say there are 3 branches within Mumbai. Now, how they are connected? These 3 branches are again connected by using cables. So everywhere there is a cable network. All right. Now, let us try to understand the types of computer networks. Let us go briefly about the computer networks and let us try to understand what is our responsibility as the administrator in all these different types of computer networks. See, based on the geographical area they cover, computer networks are designed in different categories. Remember, friends, back in those days, we used to call STD, ISG, all these calls, right? Local call, STD call, ISG call. So if you're making a call within the city, charges were like, let's say, 1 rupee. If you're making a call within India, charges were a bit more. And if you're making a call to different country, charges were different, right? I hope you remember those days. So it is all because of the geographical area they cover, and it is all because of the, countries and continents they are crossing. So every computer network, my friend, is classified into some types. Let's say local area network, metropolitan area network, wide area network. The top 3 are the most important networks we need to understand. So whenever you are learning any technology related to computer networks, let's say cloud computing, DevOps, cyber security, Linux server administration, Windows server administration, whenever you are learning anything, you will be, using these terminologies there. Local area, wide area, metropolitan area, something like this. Okay. So out of all these networks, the most important one is actually the local area network. If you know what is local area network, if you understand what is local area network, friends, it will be very easy for you to understand all the different types of networks. All right. So let's see what is a local area network. Like you can see name local. What it says here, local area network is a network that is, spread in a small region. Let's say typically a room or a building. That's a local area network. Maybe the building is having 3 floors or 30 floors or 100 floors. If there are 100 floors available in a building, and let's say in every floor there are 30, 40, 50 computers, if you connect all the computers with each other, computers which are there in 2nd floor, 20th floor, 30th floor, 45th floor, 75th floor, if you connect all these computers with each other, then they comes under the local area network category. All right, they comes under what? They comes under the local area network category, my friend. Now, local area network can be wire or wireless. But again, like we have discussed just now, if it is wireless, then it is if it is wire, then it is much better. Wireless is a option, but wireless is having a lot of limitations. Signal problem can be there, data security problem can be there. So there are many limitations in wireless. So majority of administrators across the globe, they prefer cable network. They prefer wire networks over wireless network. Okay, one of the reason is in local area network, the data speed is very much high. The exchanging of data is very much exchanged at a high speed, and more data will be exchanged actually. All right, so it is very much recommended to use our cables in network instead of wireless. Better go with these cables. Let me show you a few of the network images that I have taken somewhere. See here, friends, in this particular photo, you can see actually this person is working somewhere in a data center, the cloud data center. You know this size of the cloud data center. Remember yesterday we have seen the size of the cloud data center. Let me show you again. The size of the cloud data center is something like this, my friend. Wow, this is something crazy, right? This is the size of the data center. Remember, I told you the size of the data center can be bigger than 30, 40 football or cricket grounds. That can be the size of the data center. All right. So in this data center also, if you see closely, can you see here? There are green color cables here. There are yellow color cables here. Here also there are yellow color, sky blue. I'm just showing you the color. Cable can come in any color actually. I just want to show you the data center. The cost of this data center, my friend, it can be, let's say 35,000 crore Indian rupees. That is some crazy amount, right? 35,000 crore Indian rupees can be the overall cost of this data center. A company can spend that much money to establish a data center. It can be even 50,000 crore rupees also. It can be more than that. So what I'm trying to say here is in a data center where there are some lakhs of servers available, they already spend some thousands and thousands of crore rupees. In this data center also, they are using cables to connect all the devices with each other. Okay, we have a separate session on cables actually. It will take around half an hour for me to explain about cables and everything. But as of now, every local area network is majorly connected by using cables. Done? Now, in every local area network, we have similar devices. For example, if I talk about a house, my house is having, let's say, roof, wall, doors, windows, okay? Electrical wiring will be there. Water piping will be there. Everything is there, right? So when you think about your home is also having the same sort of infrastructure. So every home across the globe, they construct the house in this similar way, right? Here also same, my friend. If you go and see a network in Japan, or let's say China, let's say Sri Lanka, let's say Afghanistan, let's say Dubai, let's say, Kenya, let's say somewhere in Brazil, France, Germany, anywhere, across the globe, anywhere, if you see a local area network, you will definitely see desktops and laptops. All right. You will see servers, you will see routers, you will see switches, you will see cables, firewalls, printer, wireless access point, storage devices. These are the most common devices you will see in every local area network, my friend. And if you want to see close enough, say this is a local area network. Let me just elaborate briefly. See, there are servers here. There can be hundreds of servers available in one local area network, or there can be some thousands of servers available in one local area network. Okay, there will be many routers available. There will be many firewalls available. There can be easily some hundreds of switches. Beside this, you can see clients, desktop machines here, laptop here, tablet here, printer here, and everything is connected where? Everything is connected to local area network. So this is the way the local area network looks, my friend. This is the way every local area network looks. All right. I remember what I said yesterday. Every local area network, they need two people, two teams actually. I should not say two people. They need two teams. One is server admin team and another one is network admin team. Server administration is a team where people work on Linux server and Windows server. Network administration is a team where people work on the CCNA technology. Whatever you're learning in CCNA, that comes under the network administration. So in server administration, you have servers. In network administration, you have routers, switches, and firewalls. All right. So this is the way the server administration and the network administration. Every company needs these two teams. All right. Fine. So this is a local area network here, friends, and you can see clearly they are connected by using cables. They are literally connected by using physical cables. Okay, let's see a few more things about local area network. Now, the most common servers what you see in local area network are something called AD will be there. That is actually known as Active Directory, a very famous server in every company. This is majorly your Windows server actually. Then we have FTP server, DNS server, DHCP server, email server, print server. These are some of the most common services we use in every company. Done. And there is a technology called Ethernet technology that is used in local area network. And a local area network can be configured as a server and client model. So server and client model, we will see in more details in coming classes. But as of now, server means a machine to which clients are connected. Who are these clients? A accounts person is a person who is sitting on a client machine. Marketing person, finance person, programmer, every person is sitting on a client machine actually. And by sitting on a client machine, they all are connected to a server and they are accessing services from that server. So what services they are accessing? They are accessing files, they are accessing emails, they are accessing database, they are getting the IP address. Okay, they are printing something. So literally they try to access each and everything by connecting to the server. All right. And who are the people who are responsible for managing all this? Server admin and network admin. Desktop administration comes under server administration only actually. And storage administration is a different responsibility. Virtual administration is a different responsibility. Security administration is a different responsibility. But security administration again comes under the network administration. So when you go with server administration, you will go with server administration plus desktop administration. Desktop administration is majorly dealing with computers. When you go with network administration, you're going with security administration as well. Remember, I told you there is a module in CCNA where we are learning about firewalls. So that is what the security administration is all about. All right. Now, the drawback of a local area network is actually cost. The amount that you spend on a local area network is too high. You know, friends, if you take a server can cost your company, one server can cost your company, let's say 5 lakh rupees, 6 lakh rupees, 3 lakh rupees, 10 lakh rupees. One router can cost your company, let's say 2 lakh rupees, 5 lakh rupees, 7 lakh rupees, something like this. They can cost your company a lot of money, my friend. All right. Now, this is one of the reasons why the concept of cloud computing is at its peak. We are not ready to understand cloud computing maybe as of now, but because of this cost, because of the overall infrastructure cost of a local area network, we have a solution for this, and that solution is actually the cloud computing. Okay, let me just tell you one thing. Normally, people are confused here. People think like, okay, because of cloud computing, there is no local area network. Because of cloud computing, there is no network administration job. I always hear these things when people ask me a question about, CCNA or, server administration or network administration. They say like, okay, where are the jobs on network administration? There is a cloud computing, right? So if there is a cloud computing, where is the job on networking? That is absolutely incorrect information, my friend. Network administrators will not go anywhere. The day network administrator is not needed, that is the day actually the internet does not exist. That is the day actually there is no company where there is a computer network. So network administrators are indeed needed in every smallest to the biggest of the company. I repeat, the smallest to the biggest of the company, the network administrators are indeed needed. Let me tell you how. What is the responsibility of a cloud engineer? Let's see what is cloud technology, first of all. See, imagine in our company, let's say our company is pretty big. Let's say there are 12,000 people working in our company in one shift. In one shift, how many people are working? 12,000. So can you guess how many computers and laptops we need? Obviously, we need 12,000 computers and laptops. And where they are connected, all these laptops and computers, they are obviously connected to our switch. They are connected to switch. Like this, they are connected to switch. So if you're connecting 12,000 computers to switch, you may need probably some hundreds of switches there. Done. You will definitely need some hundreds and hundreds of switch, because typically on a single switch, 24, 32 or 48 ports can be there. 24 ports or 32 ports or 48 ports can be there. So just imagine or just do the calculation like how many switches you need. Done. Now, so for all these 12,000 people, we need, let us say, just for idea, let us say we need totally 800 switches. All right. How many? 800 switches. Let me just calculate once. 800 into, let's say, 32. Okay. This is about 25. So let's say you need around 400 to 450 switches. All right. So that many switches you need. Anyhow, you know how many switches you need now? So all the switches you need to configure. And who configures switches? The network administrator will configure switches. All right. Now, let us imagine in our company, we need, let's say, 2,000 servers. How many servers? We need 2,000 servers. Our company is pretty big, not the biggest, because biggest of the companies can have 10,000, 12,000, 15,000 servers. So let's say 2,000 servers we need in our company. Now, the concept of cloud computing is, instead of taking 2,000 physical servers, you can take 2,000 virtual server. What we can do here, friends, instead of taking 2,000 physical servers, we can simply go there and take 2,000 virtual servers. Now, what is the difference between a physical server and a virtual server? Physical server is something like your desktop or a laptop that you can see, that you can touch, that you can handle. That is a physical server. Virtual server is actually a software server. It is created like a software. It is created by using some softwares. But at the end of the day, virtual server is running on a physical server. Okay. But right now, let me just, explain things in a simple and easy way. Physical server is like your desktop and laptop. A virtual server is like a software. All right. It is something like a software. Now, today, if you ask me the question, like, over the internet, there are many applications. There are many, web servers, email servers, file servers, and all the other servers. So if you ask me today, let's say if you ask me the question in 2000, let's say 10, in the year 2010, that is only 15 years before, my friend. In the year 2010, if you ask me the question, like, where the web servers are running across the globe, are they running on physical server or virtual server? In 2010, I would have said 90% of web servers are running on physical servers. How many servers? 90% of the internet web servers are running on physical servers. But in the year 2025, that is this year, if you ask me the same question, where exactly the web servers are running, you know what I'll do? My answer will be, today, 95 to 98% of servers are running on virtual server. 95 to 98% websites are running on virtual server. And from where you can take virtual server? You can take virtual server from cloud. From a cloud provider, you can take the virtual server. All right. I hope you understood this. From a cloud provider, you should take the virtual servers. So today, 95 to 98% servers across the globe over the internet, they are running on virtual server. Just see the difference here. In last 12, 15 years, this much technology has changed. 15 years before, majority of things were running on the physical servers, but now majority of things are running on your virtual servers. All right. Now, what is the responsibility of network administrator in these virtual servers? See, whenever you're taking virtual servers, you know what we have to do? There are certain networking settings we need to configure in cloud. Like, what should be the size of your network? What should be the IP address? What should be the subnet? Okay. What should be the firewall configuration? These are some of the settings we need to configure in cloud. And where you will learn all the settings in more details, CCNA is the only course where you learn all the settings in more details. Today, if you see any cloud administrator who is working on a bigger post, let's say senior administrator, or he is getting, very good salary, there is one thing common in that person, my friend. That person is very much, he or she is having good knowledge in good knowledge in networking and Linux administration. All right. So the only difference what cloud has done to our network is, instead of running 2000 physical servers, maybe today we are running, let's say 1500 virtual servers and let's say 500 physical servers. All right. So to run these virtual servers, again, you need router, switch, and firewall. To run this 500 physical server, again, you need router, switch, and firewall. So the bottom line here is, maybe you're going in cloud, maybe you're not going in cloud, maybe a company is using cloud or maybe a company is not using cloud. So literally in every network, virtual network, physical network, local network, metropolitan area network, any network, without having the knowledge of this networking concept, my friend, you simply cannot succeed in this particular career. This is just a written guarantee from my side. Just try to focus on networking very well. Future, whatever you are learning, let's say DevOps or cloud computing or cybersecurity, there will be many concepts where you feel like, okay, this is super easy. All right. This is the importance of this particular course. Anyhow, so this is a local area network. I hope you understood how things are working here now and what is the responsibility of the network administrator and the server administrator. This is what it is. Once the network administrator and server administrator is here, then some other people are coming in the company, maybe programmers, accounts people, finance people, managers. First, the administrator should be hired. They should make a network. Then the other team will come. Our responsibility is too important for any business, my friend. As a network admin or server admin, our role and responsibility is very, very important for any organization to work smoothly. I remember 2000, I guess 2008, I was facing my first interview. In the year 2008, I was facing my first interview on computer hardware and Windows Server. 2006, 7, 8, there was a time when we used to get jobs only on hardware also, computer hardware. Today, no one is focusing on hardware because everything is quite easy in hardware nowadays. But back in those days, it was not so easy. Okay. Anyhow, I was, applying for a job on hardware and Windows Server. Windows Server 2003 was there. Okay. And I went to a very big company. It was actually Hutch. I'm not sure how many of you remember Hutch. Hutch was a telecommunication company. Later on, it was acquired by Vodafone. I don't know how many of you know, but Hutch was there. Later on, Vodafone, whatever the spelling of the Vodafone is, they have taken this. So I faced the interview in this company. This was one of my initial interviews. And friends, when I went inside that company, the administrator who was supposed to take my interview, he came and he said, please wait for like some time. We will come to you within like say few minutes or let's say half an hour, something like this, he said. But when I enter inside that company, 2008, 2009, late 2008, it was something like, crazy experience for me. The crazy experience because all the computers were empty. I'll just show you one network image here that can be more easy for you to understand. So imagine this is your company actually. Imagine this is a company where I was facing the interview. Right now you can see everyone is sitting on their computer and they were like, doing some work, right? Maybe someone is accountant, someone is a Java programmer, someone is a developer, whatever. But when I went inside that company, all the chairs were completely empty. And people were, sitting somewhere on stairs near the lift and they were just, having some fun. It was something like new for me to know, like, why they are sitting somewhere else and they are not working on the computers. Later on, I understood. The administrator who was supposed to take my interview, he came after like say 2 or 3 hours and he said, very sorry, server was down. We were busy in that, server and the network. Now it is up. Now I can take your interview. So for last 2 hours, all the employees in that company were not having any work because they cannot connect to the server. So the server administrator team and network administrator team was busy actually troubleshooting that particular issue. All right. That is the responsibility of a server admin and a network admin. Whether it is a physical network, that is your local area network, or it is a cloud network. If a server is down, business is down. So today, actually, cloud provides you many advantages. There is something called, scalability option here. There is something called, uh, availability option. Means suppose, there are 3 servers. If one server is down, automatically one more server is coming up. So there are certain scenarios we need to learn. There are certain services we need to learn. So today, hardly you see any website is going down or any server is going down. But remember 2010, 2012, 2000, I started using computers or internet actually from 2005. So back in those days, I remember when we used to download some movies, downloading of movie used to take, 6 hours or 8 hours. That was the time a downloading of movie used to be done. The reason is the computer networks were not so strong back in those days. The internet speed was very less. Okay. I remember 2010 when I started using, the internet in my home. 2009 actually I started using internet in my home, and in the year 2010 there was a big article in Deccan Chronicle. There is a very famous newspaper in Hyderabad. It's a Deccan Chronicle. I think it's there in many cities of South India. So it's a Deccan Chronicle. There was a heading in this Deccan Chronicle, and the heading was, congratulations Hyderabad is now we are getting 1 MB of internet speed. I was using actually 512 KB of internet speed. But in 2010, when city like Hyderabad got 1 MB for the end users, for our personal use, not in companies, for our personal use in our house, in our home, actually, we got 1 MB. There was a big article in internet. Now, the same city, same location, I can easily take 200 MB of internet speed. It's not a big deal today, right? So how these things are changing actually from 1 MB to 200 MB, 300 MB? These things are changing because the network is changing. Network is becoming super fast. Network is changing every day. Cables are changing, devices are changing, internet speed is increasing. So today, it's not a big deal for you and me to take 200 Mbps speed for our personal use also. But 15 years before, wow, it was simply unimaginable. All right, so this is all because of a computer network. Done. So as a network administrator, we are responsible for managing everything in a company, everything about the company's network. We are responsible for managing everything over the internet. Maybe you're not working on the internet, but friends, in some cases, if you get a job in something like ISP, ISP means Internet Service Provider. ISP is a place, ISP is a company who provides the internet to you and me. So in case if you get a job in ISP, then you're working for the internet. But in majority of cases, you're not working for the internet. You're simply working for a particular XYZ company. From morning, actually, I was in one of the biggest hospital in Hyderabad. I went there with someone. You know, every corner of the hospital, there was a computer. Literally every corner. I have never seen maybe, let's say, 20 meters of area where there was no computer. Probably that hospital may be having, let's say, 700 to 800 computers. Just imagine, my friend, a hospital. Normally, when we think of hospital, we think of MRI scan, CT scan, blah, 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 many other things. But a hospital today can have thousands of computers. Are they connected with each other? Of course, they are connected with each other. Who is managing those connections? Network administrator and server administrator is managing the computers. Network administration and server administration is a gateway to cloud administration, DevOps administration, cyber security, and literally any technology that comes in future. All right. This is what the network administration and this is what the local area network is all about, my friend. Now, let me just go briefly about the other 2 networks and I can take some questions if you have. See, metropolitan area network is the other network. You know the name metropolitan, what it means? Metropolitan means it is a city. It is a big city like London, Hyderabad, Delhi, Mumbai. This is a metropolitan area network. Any company in your city which is having multiple branches. Can I take the easy example? A bank or maybe a school, maybe a hospital, maybe a shopping mall. Okay. Or maybe let's say, maybe you know this very well. Apollo Pharmacy. Literally every corner you will see some Apollo pharmacy, right? There are some hundreds of Apollo pharmacies within a city like Hyderabad. So if you go to some Apollo pharmacy to take some medicine, let's say your medicine name is, let's say ABC. You go to any Apollo pharmacy and say, show the prescription, the person will say, this ABC medicine is not available in this center, but if you go to that particular center, he will provide you the address of the nearby center. If you go to that center, you can take this ABC medicine. So the question here is how that person knows whether the medicine is available in that center or not. Because if there are, let us say, 5,000 Apollo pharmacies, they all are connected with each other. Within a city, they all are connected with each other. Out of the city also, they are connected with each other. So again, the network administrator responsibility is to make these connections. All right. So see, majorly metropolitan area network is a wide network. I'm not using wireless terminology here. And the distance can go up to like 80 to 100 kilometers. How much? 80 to 100. Within a city means around 100 kilometers, right? Maximum. And man is generally owned by whom? Internet service provider. Let us say you want to make a connection between New Delhi and let's say Old Delhi. Who will make the connection between New Delhi and Old Delhi? Internet service provider. They have the physical cables. They make the connection between New Delhi and Old Delhi. Within your city also, same internet service providers. Network administrators are responsible for managing the metropolitan area networks. The only problem we have here is it is a public network. Means from local area network 1 to local area network 3, maybe the distance is, let's say, 60 kilometers. So your data is passing on your physical cable. That is a public cable. That is what? That is a public cable. But can we provide security? Of course, we have some mechanisms actually to provide security. But generally speaking, it is passing on a physical cable, a cable that is used by literally every company. All right. This is your metropolitan. Now, let me just go with the wide area network. The third and the most important network is wide area network. So what is wide area network here, friends? Wide area network is a network, a computer network that is spread across the globe. Every city, every country, every continent is connected with each other. See, for example, if I go to WhatsApp and if I say hello to someone who is sitting somewhere in, let's say, Sydney. I'm in Hyderabad. Let's say my friend is there in Sydney and I said hello. The distance between Hyderabad to Sydney is around 14,000 kilometers. So for 14,000 kilometers, my friend, there is a cable. There is a undersea cable, underground cable. Physical cable will be there. That physical cable will carry my hello message from Hyderabad to Sydney. Do not think satellites are used here. Satellites are used in very few cases. Every company cannot use satellites. Because of security reasons and many other reasons, satellites are not at all used. Hyderabad and Sydney, two people are talking on WhatsApp. One is in Hyderabad, one is in Sydney. Knowingly or unknowingly, maybe, 99% people who use internet, they feel everything is coming through wireless. No. From your mobile phone till your mobile phone tower, it is wireless. From your mobile phone till the wireless router that is there in your room or it is somewhere in your hall, that is wireless. But if you go to your wireless router, you can see clearly there is a cable coming inside the wireless router. Literally, one cable is coming into the wireless router. So from that wireless router, it is wireless. But till the wireless router, it is all physical cables. All right. So wide area network is also physical cable connected by ISPs. Okay, so let me show you few images of cables. And meanwhile, if you have any doubts, any questions, feel free to send your questions in chat box. Let's have some discussion. And see, today is actually the last demo session. From tomorrow, we'll be starting our regular classes. These are regular classes only, but we give 2-3 sessions for free. But from tomorrow, it will be all paid link. So if anyone is interested in joining this course and this package, you just need to register for this course, my friend. And management will share a new link with you. And people who have already registered for this course before, they will definitely get a new link on the mail ID or maybe on your WhatsApp number. All right. Now see, this is the cable what I'm talking about, my friend. Can you see that orange color cable there? It can be any color. I just want to show you the cable there. These people are laying down this cable. This is the underground cable. And if you want to see, let's say, undersea cable. Let me show you this image here. Can you see that big ship and those yellow color bundles there? They are actually your internet cable, my friend. Undersea internet cable. Literally everything is connected by cable. I have one image. Let me check if that is still available or not. Yeah. By the way, this internet image is from 2010 or 12. I don't remember the exact year, but this is a very old cable. Can you see internet undersea world? See here, if I come to our country, see, this is our country, India. And in this country, cables are coming from this side, cables are coming from this side. You can see all these lines are cables. In 2010, 910 actually, you know, the total distance of undersea cable was approximately 8 lakh miles. That was the total distance back in 2009-10, 15 years before. Now just imagine how much cables have been already added now. This is one of the reason actually, you know, the internet speed is so high nowadays. There are more cables available to forward the data. So obviously the internet speed will be more. And obviously the devices are also highly, you know, equipped with better speed. So these are the cables. Every country, every continent, every place across the globe will get this cable. See here, this is again some cable, undersea cable that is coming on the ground actually from the sea. So maybe you can feel, what about, you know, submarines, what about big container ships and all those things? Will they cut the cable? You know, actually roadways, we know very well, railways, we know very well, there is a track everywhere. Okay. You know, in the same way, there is a airway as well as there is a seaway, right? You know, there are certain ways or certain directions from where only the ships will go. Ships cannot go everywhere in a sea, right? There are certain paths, there are certain directions. So first of all, the cables are laid down in such a way that, you know, nearby no big vehicle, no big, you know, ship can come. And in case if the ship is coming, the cables are not floating on the sea. The cables will be underground. Let me show you something from Google. Hopefully I'll see some new images. Underground internet cable. Wow. Can you see your friends? This is your underground internet cable. So literally when you open this cable, it will be like this. It is all fiber optic cable actually. So it will be something like this. I have seen many cables, especially in city like Hyderabad, when they were constructing metro like 7-8 years before metro construction was at its peak. So whenever they are digging the roads and everywhere to lay down you know, make the pillars of the metro construction, I have seen hundreds and hundreds of underground cables, my friend, simply like this. So these are your, you know, underground internet cables. Can I see any map here? Okay, submarine cable map. Yeah. Hopefully I can see something here. This is what it looks currently, my friend. See, now our country is having many more cables. I remember 2009-10, there were majorly 2-3 places only from where the cables were coming. But now you can see, wow, there are many locations. This one, right? If I just keep cursor here somewhere, Sri Lanka, okay. Machilipatnam, you know, this is the place in India. Chennai. And obviously you can see some more things. All right. Anyhow, these are the cables. Okay, so let me just go with few other things about this particular course. CCNA will be at 7 p.m., 7 to 8 p.m. All right. If someone is coming only for CCNA, the fees will be how much? 5K, 5,000 Indian rupees actually. And if someone is coming for Linux, again 5,000 Indian rupees. And someone is coming for AWS, fees will be 6,000 Indian rupees. And if someone is coming for the complete package, CCNA, Linux, and AWS, the fees is how much? 7,999. 7,999. That is if package fees, and that package includes CCNA, Linux, and Amazon Web Services. I'll be taking all these 3 classes actually. CCNA we have just started yesterday. Today was again one demo session, and the fees on the time is actually 7 p.m. If you're just interested in CCNA, this will be the fees, and if you're interested in all the 3 courses, that's a better option actually. As a friendly way, I'm saying this is a better option. So just think about it. Okay, and coming to the course syllabus, they have already shared the syllabus in the chat box, and whatever mail ID you have provided, whatever WhatsApp number you have provided, they will share all the details with you on that particular. Right now, 7 p.m. is CCNA. Parallelly, you can come in Linux administration, hopefully from next week at 8 p.m. And once we are into CCNA Linux administration, after maybe like 20 days or 30 days, I'll be starting Amazon Web Services somewhere in evening itself. All the 3 classes I'll be starting in evening. So first CCNA for let's say week and 10 days, then Linux administration. Then you'll be coming for 2 classes every day, CCNA Linux administration. And once I'm close to the CCNA, ending the CCNA, I'll start the AWS. So most of the times you'll be coming for 2 classes in a day. And in case if you don't have any time for 2 classes, you will definitely get the recordings actually. And tomorrow, maybe most probably or after tomorrow, I'll share my WhatsApp number with you. So in case if you have any doubts, any questions from any of these 3 courses or anything else related to these 3 courses, you can simply ping me on my WhatsApp number anytime. I'll be more than happy to assist you there. All right. So I'll be sharing the number most probably tomorrow, let's say after tomorrow, whenever. All right. I just want to say one thing here, my friend. I have seen all the people staying here till the end. Thanks a lot for this. That's make things more easy for me, actually. I just want to say one thing in a friendly way. Don't worry about coming, not coming. It's a different thing. You have to take the decision. It's up to you. But what I'm to say here is, if you want to see yourself working in this particular IT industry for very long, or let's say till the time you're working, you want to work in this particular IT industry. So it's not a good idea to change the career track every now and then. That's not a good idea, my friend. You just need to follow one particular path for rest of your life. In that way only you will get more success. Okay. So many people, they come from some other path. I'll just welcome them because, wherever they are working before, whatever career path they have selected 2, 3, 5 years before, today they realize it is not good. So they are coming to networking. So networking is evergreen. Server administration is evergreen. Cloud computing, this will remain evergreen actually. So what I'm trying to say here in a friendly way is, try to learn these 3 courses. When you learn, where you learn, with whom you learn, it's a different thing. Again, I'm saying it's up to you to decide like where you want to learn, with whom you want to learn. But just try to learn these 3 courses. Your foundation will be so strong that you can simply construct maybe a building with 500 floors. Forget about 100, 250, 150, 120 floor. You can simply construct a building 500 floor. That much strong foundation will be there. These are the most important courses a person should learn. CCNA Linux administration. If you know the CCNA Linux administration, cloud computing will be super, super easy for you. DevOps, there are many things in DevOps where you feel very comfortable. Cyber security, there are many concepts in cyber security that you feel like, oh, it's very easy. People who go and learn DevOps or cyber security or any other latest technology directly, they simply suffer. 99 out of 100 people will suffer. 1 or 2 people are always, super intelligent. We have Sachin Tendulkar, then we have Virat Kohli. Everyone is not Sachin or Virat Kohli. Everyone is not Cristiano Ronaldo or Messi, right? There are some people who are exception. They have great talent. We should not see those people. Just try to see the 98 to 99% people. They simply suffer because they have very weak understanding of networking and the server administration. All right. So that's it from me for today, friends. I'm here for like at least, couple of minutes. Anything else we will see? Or else we can stop the session for today. I just want to wish all the good luck for you, my friend. Take care of your health and just try to learn things properly and just try to go as far as possible in your CCNA course or any of this course what you're learning. Okay, so today is the last demo session. From tomorrow, the link will change. So people who are interested in this particular course can register for it and they can simply come. They can take a new link and they can simply come from tomorrow. And let's see how it goes from tomorrow. All right, last 30 seconds here, friends. Anything else we can see, or else we can stop the session for today. All right, so I guess no questions. So we can stop the session here, friends. And yeah, Jagdish, thanks a lot, friends. Thanks for coming. See you hopefully somewhere. Yeah, thank you, Kunal. See you tomorrow. Bye. Take care.